Hey guys, it's Kyle over at Reviewer. And I wanted just to sit down and have a very real talk in light of everything that's been going on. You might be a current client of ours, you might be someone that we've never met with in the past. But you know what? Right now, we're all kind of in the same boat. In fact, the whole world's kind of in the same boat where our worlds have kind of been flipped upside down. And it's definitely presented some challenges, but also opened up a lot of opportunities. At its core, the health and safety of our communities and our families and our coworkers takes precedent. But now that we enter weeks 2, 3, 4, however long this goes on for, I think we're all starting to find a new sense of normality. We had to break down old routines and build new ones. We're now working from home, we're working virtual. We got kids running around, we got dogs barking during conference calls. And again, these are definitely presenting challenges, but that's also opening the door to a lot of opportunities. And that's what I want to talk about today. So maybe a little bit of background. My company works with thousands of organizations in a wide variety of industries, nonprofits and associations, school foundations, alumni associations, universities, for-profits, and everything in between. And we're an online software that powers their awards, their grants, their scholarships, their call for entries, and things like that. And during times like this, we've been very transparent conversations, what can we do for you? We know that this is a challenging time. We know that things are changing. So how can I be an asset to you guys? And the same question keeps coming up over and over and over again. And it's, you know what? These programs aren't going anywhere. Our audience, our members, whoever they might be, rely on us for these. These grant programs are resources for our members. These scholarships are incredible for the teachers and for the students. The award programs are engaging aspects for our programming. But now that we have to go virtual, how do we even do this? And so that's where I'm coming at today is, in talking with our clients, we've identified 5 opportunities that are in light of this situation that we can use to grow our programs and really harness it to provide deeper engagements with your audience. So the first opportunity that I want to talk about is virtualizing programs. So because we can't have in-person meetings anymore, we can't walk across the hall and talk to our coworkers, because we might have to postpone our conferences, does that mean we should be completely canceling our programs? Who is that going to affect? That's going to affect your end user, your audience. And that's the last thing that we want to do. So instead, how do we take all these different elements that make up those programs and completely virtualize it into a turnkey solution? The second item I want to talk about, or the second opportunity, is how do we leverage multimedia? How do we enter the new age of digital content creation? If it's an award or a scholarship or a grant, do we still need to be doing 10-page PDFs and essays and short answers? Or instead, can we have our applicants record short 3 to 5 minute videos, video testimonials, video essays? It's a way for them to let their personality shine. It's a really good marketing collateral for you guys to have long term. It also leads us into our third opportunity, which is our volunteers and our committees. They're just like you and I. They're facing the same challenges that anybody else is. The only difference is that not only do they have day jobs and families, but they also are part of your review committees. So how do we leverage their time in the most respectful and efficient way as possible? Is that watching a 5-minute video that's super engaging, or is it reading a 10-page PDF? How are you going to allow them to virtually collaborate with the other review members? How are you going to get their scores and their feedback? How do you relay their feedback back to the applicant? These are all questions that come into play. The fourth opportunity is more specific to associations, and it comes to your conferences. So we know that your conferences may need to be postponed or delayed. Some have canceled them, some have gone completely virtual, and that's great. But when your conferences are a revenue generating opportunity for you, how can you maybe make up some of that ground? And that's when it comes into the awards. So we call it pay for play, where your applicants pay a very small fee to apply to your award program. But that small fee, when it compounds itself amongst all of your members, actually grows into a really great revenue source for you guys, at least to help supplement some of these other things that are going on. And then the last item is personally my favorite. It's especially in light of what's been happening, how do we celebrate success? If it's an award program, how do we take our recipients and publicly put them onto that pedestal? How do we leverage social sharing and build up what they've done? How do we build up your program and bring marketing and visibility to it? If it's a contest or a competition, how do we do peer voting or fan voting? how do we leverage our community and get them involved within your program? So, you know what, at the end of the day, we're all in this together. If there are things that my clients and our company is doing that I think might benefit you guys, I want to do the best I can to share that. And vice versa, you know, if there's things that you guys are doing that I didn't talk about, or things that we not be aware of that you're doing now that we're going virtual, I'd love to hear from you. Whatever I can do to bring back to our organization. I talked about how we're all in this together and we're going to get out of it together. And I really do feel passionate that at the end of the day, this is going to make us all better, both from an organizational perspective and programming, as well as personal. So, no, thank you for your time. I look forward to talking again soon.